Alrighty guys, welcome everyone to another interview. We are back with Coach Alexander. It's our very first interview since the state tournament. So how's it feel to be back here, and what have you done with the team since their state tournament appearance?
It is great to be back. Our guys had a great summer. We got some serious work in July. And it was just good to be back around them. And then we're just coming off of our dead period where we're not allowed to do anything in August. So that just started this week. We had test outs yesterday for kind of like lifting test outs. And today will be our first day back on the field. So our guys are excited about that.
And let's talk now. So in the summer, you have your own barn that you have. And what you set up with the kids is something that you like to call barn days. So like, of course, you did the guys, Coach Bree did the girls. Kind of tell me what was the success of both of them, and what do you like to bring to barn days in the future?
Well, barn days is for little kids though. So it is grades 3 through 8. And hopefully a lot of future Greyhounds come to barn days. So our goal is to like teach them skills, teach them ideas that they can take back to their summer teams, or games that they can play in their own yards. And so that way they can be ready to go when they eventually become a Greyhound.
Well, and eventually, and even if our kids weren't in it, there was still a bunch of kids that were kind of helping players out. Like I said earlier, Coach Bree was helping with all the little girls as well.
Bree did an awesome job. She wanted to get the girls started, and she did an awesome job with girls barn days.
And there was a couple of alums actually there as well to help them out. Definitely some great softball players of our past, and actually some of our 2-loss team back in 2020.
Yes.
In 2021.
That was a great softball team that they had here. So it's always good to see those girls back. Some of them are playing in college still, and so good stuff by Coach Bree for sure.
This week has been all about our football team against Central Crossing. It is probably one of, if not the biggest weeks of the entire school year when it comes to our athletic events. As a baseball coach, I know last year we didn't really play Coach Todd in the comments, but with him being our AD now, kind of tell me, as a baseball coach, what does the rivalry mean to you?
Oh, it's a big week. I mean, like, if you could take this video camera and scan around the room and see all of these kids' faces for rivalry week, you could tell how big of a deal this is. We got Tom Brady here. He looks pretty fired up for the rivalry week. Gabby's here. I know Gabby wishes Kid Cuddy was here for these videos again. So it is a big week around school. It is a big week on campus. I wish it was at Grove City this year, but unfortunately we have to go to Central Crossing. I know it's going to be a packed house, great environment, and it's, everything what high school athletics is about.
Kind of tell me also, Central Crossing's baseball coach is now Grove City's athletic director, Coach Scott Todd. Kind of tell me about him and what he brings to Grove City High School.
Yeah, I've always been a good friend with Coach Todd. We usually ride to this meeting I have to go to later this week, and he always goes with me. So I said, hey, we still going? And he goes, hey, I'm finally out of it. So that piece won't be there, but I told him to make sure he still stays sharp with his fungo skills. He's a great fungo hitter, BP guy, and I know he's going to miss baseball. He's been around baseball his entire life. His dad was the head baseball coach for Ohio State for years. So Coach Todd played at Ohio State. So he has been around it forever. Coach Preston's team's all grown up in Grove City. So a lot of our guys have also been around Coach Todd as well. And a lot of those Central Crossing kids that he coached, they work out in our barn. So we've always had a good relationship with those guys as well.
And you bring up Preston. How did it feel to coach him for his 4 years at Grove City?
Yeah, Preston's a great kid, hard worker, always did things the right way. And I'm sure his highlight is hitting a bomb off of his dad's team when Grove City played Central Crossing here. And Preston hit a bomb for us that kind of was a big inning for us that led to our victory. So I know that's a big moment for him.
Absolutely. So the kids are back at work now. This week it starts it all again. You take off the month of August. You're right back in the lab in September and moving forward. Of course, I'm sure the guys will be in the barn and during the winter. Kind of tell me, how are the kids this week?
I just think it's just good to get back around them. They're excited about it. They're already talking about making another run. So, we laid out a lot of things yesterday on goals for them as individuals and goals as a team, and how do you go about to obtain those goals and what it's going to take. And I think our guys are up for that challenge. We have a big core coming back. We have a lot of guys on that championship team coming back. It will be the leadership that our old guys carry and lead our young guys that we're going to need to step up and step into some big roles. We lost some great seniors and some big-time players, and especially down in the tournament run, a lot of our big bats were carried by our seniors. So we're going to need those younger guys to pick that up.
And you told me prior to that state championship run, your goal is just to win the OCC.
Yeah.
If that was
We had
correct.
2 goals, OCC and district championship.
And you said OCC and district.
Yeah. And if you
Yeah,
win those, everything else we always say is like, hey, it's just a free run at that point and you're having a blast. Baseball's so hard to get there, and we've been fortunate enough to do it 3 times, but it's one game at a time and it's one game series, and if your guys aren't on that one day, your season's over. And we were fortunate enough to play really, really well for 7 games in a row until that final championship game.
And Sylvania and Northview, not just them, that entire region, you can say, was probably one of the best, if not the best, in the state of Ohio. Kind of wrap our heads again around Sylvania and Northview, what they brought, and then kind of tell me about that region up there, because you can say for sure that region was one of the toughest in the state.
Yeah, they had to go through Ignatius. Ignatius was the top team all year. Ignatius was one of probably the closest team to almost knock off Orchard Lake St. Mary's. They had them on the ropes in the last inning, and Orchard Lake hit a bomb to beat Ignatius. So they were a great team. Sylvania slid by them, and they kind of just got hot at the right time, similar to how we did, and made a nice run at it. And they were able to figure a way to capitalize on us when we didn't play our best ball in that final game, and took advantage. See you, kids. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for being part of the interview.
Well, Coach, do you have any final words?
Final words. We're just looking for competitors that want to get after it every day in the weight room, on the field. And our guys know if they want to be great at it, it takes a lot more than just if they're there. It's gonna take work at home. A lot of those guys come out to the barn and get their work in. So our group is a group of workers. They know what it takes. We will see who wants to rise to that occasion.
Alrighty, Coach. Well, it's great to interview you again. Hopefully we can do these more throughout the fall, get some updates on your guys. This baseball team for sure has definitely been gaining the reputation that it needs since that state tournament run. And I can't wait to come back. Coach A, enjoy the game on Friday.
I want to get one live word of you.
No.
Eamon,
No.
one live word about the baseball team.
No.
Eamon.
I don't know the baseball team, but Fuzz, appreciate you and all you do for us.
Thank you.